So
I take lots of picture stops too. You'll regret it if you don't, I find.
Yeah, you know, first 2 days I don't regret not taking
There you go.
First 2 days suck.
Actually true. Whenever you look back on them too, it's like scenery, 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 scenery. You kind of forget.
Yeah, but that's part of the reason why you do it.
Yeah.
Is you can get out in it and just make the most of it. People who don't do this don't understand.
Very true.
Well, it's March 28, what, 11 o'clock?
Something like that.
What was this again?
Cowrock Mountain.
Ramrock?
Cowrock.
Cowrock?
Yeah.
Okay. About 48 degrees. And all kind of views like that today. Stayed in Neil Gap last night. It's about 5 miles north of there. Okay. 1 o'clock, March 28th. It's going to be a lot of stuff to update here, so I think I can't find any place to upload, and when I do find a place to upload videos, the 1080 video it's just takes too long. So I think to have timely updates, I'm going to have to just do them from my quick ones from my phone when I get somewhere that has Wi-Fi, and then upload them that way. These videos on my camera, I'm probably going to have to upload when I get back, and then kind of piece them together. So try to make sense out of them. But anyway, it's day 4. This is like the most level, easiest section of trail we've had all the whole time, so it's easier to record here. But day 1 we went Springer. Stay at the hiker hostel. If you're going to do this, that's like a no-brainer. That's a great place to start from. And they took us up to Springer, and we did the 8-mile day plus the 1-mile backtrack. Stayed at Hawk Mountain Shelter. It was rainy, drizzly, but I had shorts on. It was a decent day, even in spite of the rain. There's some videos, I think, of that you might see at some point. And I'm going uphill here. But that night, we kind of got wet cooking our dinner, and then the temperature plummeted. That morning was next morning 24 degrees, inch of snow on the ground. So it was just miserable. So we said, let's wow. But anyway, we said let's go 13 miles, get to a gap, and get a shuttle back into Dahlonega. And we spent the next 2 nights off the trail. It was like 20s. That one day, the second day, 13 miles, it never got above 29 degrees. It never stopped snowing. And it was like 20 to 30 mile an hour winds. Most miserable day of my life. Thank you to Ken for getting me through it. He's obviously a much stronger hiker than I am. And kept me going. But we were dehydrated, and it was too cold to stop and eat food. Too cold to stop and drink water. So we had a lot of things going against us, but we made it. And we spent a day off the trail, waiting out the cold. And then we started again yesterday. And then there's that video from Blood Mountain, you'll see some of that. So we went from some of the worst days to yesterday and today were 2 of the best days. Temperature's probably 50. It's hard to say, hard to believe I'm going to say 50 degrees is pleasant and nice, but it is. I've used every layer of clothing and then some. But tonight's another cold night, supposedly. And then like 30, supposedly. And then the next several nights are supposed to only get down in the 40s. So at least it'll be tolerable for me. But man, I don't know if you can see some of these views, but Sorry if this is kind of rocky or jittery. People always say they wonder if the video does it justice, and it certainly doesn't. It's just way nicer here in person. So anyway, it's kind of a long update. That was a terrible day on the second day, so a lot of stuff to talk about. But anyway, I'm still out here. Things are going good. And Ken, I just left him back there about a half hour ago. Hog pen gap, he's leaving to go back home, my brother-in-law. So again, thanks to him. And I don't know how often I'll update or whatever, or if I'm going to even upload these in April or May or June, but at some point I'll get them in. We'll talk to you later. This is Low Gap Shelter. Still March 28. One of the first ones here. So I got a good tent site right here by the water. Might be a little humid right by the water, but it's about the only level site here. So if you're ever going to come to Low Gap and you're a tent person, I could only find like one site that had any place level to sleep, but we're kind of way down, I guess, in Low Gap. Way up there. Anyway, first decent weather campsite, and turned out pretty good.